Hey guys, this is David from RockstarReviews.com. Today we're reviewing the AMO5 Dyson Hot+Cool. This is a room heater and a room cooling device, so it basically acts as a heater, kind of like a space heater, but more of a room heater. It disperses the heat very well, and also an air conditioning fan. So the cool thing about it, I did my research on this product thoroughly. It's a larger purchase. I think it's $300 on Amazon, so I wanted to do my research and really understand the product, the technology, and the efficiency of it before I purchased it. So basically, from what I understand, this is the most efficient heating and cooling device on the market currently, and this is January 10th of 2015. So it's the most efficient device. It uses 2 light bulbs of energy at any given time. So it's using 2 light bulbs of energy. So if I had 2 light bulbs plugged in and the outlet over here, for example, this is going to be using the same amount of energy as that. It's very efficient. There's no blade in it, so I can stick, as you can see, it's rotating back and forth right now, and that's a setting on the remote, and the top right here, you can hit that to stop it or to have it go back and forth. But as you can see, there's one of the coolest things about it is there's no blade. So I can actually stick my hand through here and I don't risk getting injured in any way. Also, I can feel the heat here, but if I hold on to it, it's not hot enough that I am going to burn my fingers off. And the setting right now, if you can see that, it's at 99 degrees, so it's the hottest it can be. The fan isn't on as high as it can go, but regardless, it's not gonna. It's the safest fan. So if you have kids or grandkids, it's the safest fan that you can get. The cool thing about it is the air multiplier technology right here, the ergonomics of it, the design of it. It's very efficient. The heat actually comes from the outside here, or the cool. So the air multiplier technology, what it does is it fans outwards. So obviously heat rises, right? So what that does is the fan actually, the heat goes left and right. And what that does is spreads it out to the right and left corners of the room. And the cool thing about that is a regular space heater or a room heater will just rise, so it'll heat that corner, for example, whereas this is spreading all around here, and it's giving that full rotation of heat, and it's spreading it down here. The other cool thing I like about it is this rotating function here. So as you can see, it's on a swivel. So I just put it back. Now it's on its normal setting, which is flat. Or what I can do is I can actually tilt it upwards like that. So when I'm working here in my office on the desk here to the left, I can tilt it upwards and have it face me more, not my feet, which is kind of cool. It also has that setting, obviously, and then like I said, the air multiplier technology is nice because it fans outward. The right and left technology, the air multiplier technology coming outward and going right to left is great because it evenly disperses the heat throughout the room. It's safe to touch. I mean, I would recommend touching it, but if a child or something was to go like this, I mean, I can hold this, for a minute, and my hand will get pretty hot after a minute, but it's incredible how safe it is, as far as safety is concerned. The other safety feature that I really like about it is if it tilts over, it automatically shuts off. So I'm not going to tilt it over because I don't want to potentially break my unit to do this review, but I believe them when they say that because it's a very, the technology of the fan works very well, and it's engineered incredibly well. So like I said, you have the heat setting and the cool setting. Right now it's set at 99 degrees. On the remote here, the power button is on the top left, the rotate button is on the top right. You push the rotate button and it rotates right to left. You push it again, it turns off. This is the fan setting, so if you want the fan to go higher, you push this button. If you want to go lower, you push that button, and I'll show you that real quick. So right now it was on 1, now it's on 10. And it's going to blink, and then now it's going to go. So that's the highest fan setting, and you can tell it's a little bit louder. That just spreads the heat or the cool air further in the room. I'm going to turn that down again so you can hear me better. I'm going to turn it to 2. And then if I want cooler temperature or hotter, I just blue or red. Blue for cooler, hot, red obviously. So right now it's set at 99 degrees. So what happens is the heater slash fan that's fanning the heat out through the room actually goes until it reaches 99 degrees in that room, and then it shuts off automatically. It's winter right now in Michigan, so I don't think it's going to reach that, especially with all the windows in this place and the horrible insulation. So that's part of the reason I got it. And I do have to say, here, I'll turn it down and show you. So right now, if I set it at temperature 72, now it's at 72, and I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in and show you that. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see down here, the setting is now 72 degrees. And if I turn it up to 93, it'll go until 93 degrees and then shut off. So what I do is I actually turn the heat down in my home to 63 degrees, and then I put this in my bedroom when I'm sleeping at night. I set it at 85 degrees or so, and I've done that for the last few nights, and it works incredibly well. I'm warmer in that room, and I'm reducing my heating bill because I can reduce my heating bill. Sure, it's a little bit of electricity, but overall I'm saving money, and I feel better, I feel more comfortable. And then in the summertime, this will come in handy as well because of the cooling technology plus the fan. So as far as this product is concerned, like I said, I did my research. It's a pricey product, yes, but it's more than a space heater. It's much safer, much more reliable, and much more effective, and much more efficient economically, and it just gets the job done. It works incredibly well. The thing, if there is something I would say I didn't like about it, I would say would be, you know what, I really cannot think of anything. The only thing I think could be better is that this little remote, for it to be an app on your phone. That would be really nice, and then to have this as well, but then an app on your phone. I mean, honestly, this is one of the best products as far as technology, design, engineering, efficiency that I've ever used. I don't know who engineered it or designed it, but the rotating function, this whole thing, the whole whoops, maybe I shouldn't do that when it's going because I don't want to break it, but rotating upwards like that, the right to left, and then just the fan, put your hand through, the safety, I mean, it's just incredible. I can't say enough about it. I love this product. It's incredible. James Dyson is a genius. I would give him credit and props for that, the guy who started Dyson Company. The other cool thing that's interesting, and this is just a tip to enhance and optimize the use of this product, the fan comes out on the front here. So this is this is what sucks in the air. These little, things that you can see down here or on the bottom. This is what pulls in the air. And then the air rises up here and comes out this way. So one thing that's important that I kind of realized myself is that you want to make sure to put it in a room or in an area that doesn't have dust or very little dust. I have a vacuum that's a robotic vacuum that I reviewed on this channel recently, and I have wood floors, so dust and particles gather in the corner, so I have to make sure to keep it clean because I looked at it today, and this is the third or fourth day or fifth day that I've had it, and you could see dust in these little things, so I had to kind of wipe it out. So I have to pay more attention to that because you don't want the dust to get clogged in there. So I guess I'd say maybe that's the only negative. But where I live, the wood floors, there's a lot of dust gathering in the corners, and it's an older place, so there's a lot of little things you got to stay on top of it. So it may not be as big of an issue for you. But if you have wood floors, just make sure that area is clean. Before you set it up in the area, make sure you clean it, once a week with a rag and water, and just get all that dust out of there so it doesn't suck that out. Because this actually right here, this area that pulls in the air at the bottom actually pulls in up to 6 gallons of air at a second. So it pulls in a lot of air, and what's cool is it actually pulls in the cold air and it converts it into hot air, and that's what fans out and disperses throughout the room. So it's really incredible, but you just have to make sure to avoid having dust in the area of the room. If you have carpet, vacuum. If you have wood floors, mop and sweep and vacuum and things like that. But the product is incredible. It's actually a little bit shorter too. I will say this before you buy it. It's a little bit shorter than I thought it would be. So I'm going to zoom out here. I thought it was, maybe like, 3 feet tall or something from the, the videos online and everything. This is actually, I would say maybe 2 feet tall. So it's actually fairly small, which is kind of nice because you can fit it in small spaces, and the diameter down here is probably 8, 9 9 inches or so. So it can fit in a small corner, kind of like a plant would, a corner of a room, corner of your bedroom, corner of wherever. And another cool tip to just enhance it and optimize and get the most out of it, and for the heating purposes, for cooling, you can just use that in the summertime. I don't really know how to optimize that, but one recommendation I heard from this product when I was researching and looking into it was that if you have a fireplace or a heater, put this directly in front of that, and then what it's going to do is it's going to suck in that hot air from the fireplace or the heater, and it's going to evenly disperse it throughout your room. So you're probably going to have your regular heating, but that will just make that heat go further in your room instead of just rising and being wasted. So it's a way to enhance and optimize your current heating system and just add to it. But the cool thing is just one more quick thing. Like I said, I turned my heat down to 63 degrees. The insulation is horrible in this place. There's 3 sides of where I live. I live in a condominium unit. There's 3 sides of the condominium are exposed to the outdoor elements, so there's a lot of windows, and there's only one side that doesn't have windows, and then the windows have horrible insulation. So that's the reason I got this, and I need to get better insulation, but I'm renting. But anyway, that's the reason I got this. I've used it in my room, turned the heat down to 63 degrees, turned this on, and I have slept incredibly well. It's warm and cozy, and I've never felt better in that room. So I'm thoroughly pleased with it. I will say though, when you first get the product too, if you hold your hand in front of it here, right now it's at 93 degrees. If I turn it to 99, nothing really seems to change when I change the temperature on here. All that's changing is the temperature for it to shut off at. That's really what it's changing. So if I hold my hand here, the heat feels just warm. It doesn't feel as hot as the heat does in your actual home, but it's warm heat and it evenly disperses, so it works better. So I think that's part of the energy efficiency of it. Is the heat isn't really hot. The unit itself doesn't produce a ton of heat. Even when I hold my hand here, it's just warm air, but it's not hot like a heater. So you might notice that at first, and at first I thought, oh, this isn't as good as I thought. But then when I actually use it and put it in my room, incredible results. I couldn't be happier. It's awesome. I'm going to use it all year round for the heat in the winter, and then in summertime I'm sure I'll use it as a fan as well. And I'm really happy with that. I looked up multiple heaters, and this is definitely the highest technology, most efficient, best use, best look, best design, safest, tilt over, put hand in here, no blades. I mean everything. It's top notch. And I highly recommend it. So I will link up to this Dyson Hot+Cool heater cooler fan AMO5 model in Amazon below. So just click that link to read reviews, and if you want to purchase it, you can grab it on Amazon below for the lowest price. I'll find that listing. So hope you enjoyed this review. I love the product, and the link below with the reviews and the product itself, so you can grab it if you want to purchase it, is right below. Thanks for your time. Bye.